Hear me now, my dear child. I am your father, your creator, and I ask you to do something on an urgent basis. My child, you need to delete a person from your contacts and from your life as well, because this person is draining your energy, your spirit, your peace, and the very essence I have placed within you. You feel it already, don't you? The weight, the heaviness that surrounds your heart when you think of them, that quiet unease that lingers when you receive a message, or hear their voice, or anticipate their next move. That is not peace, and I am not the author of confusion. I am not the giver of anxiety. I am not the one who sends storms into your soul. I am the God of clarity, of joy, of rest, and my voice speaks in stillness, in truth, and in love. You are my beloved, not just a soul among many, but a specific creation, handcrafted, formed in my image with intention and purpose. I have not placed you on this earth to be bound by the cords of relationships that pull you away from me, that tug on your spirit and make you forget your worth. You were not created to carry burdens that are not yours to bear. This person, though I love them too, has become a stumbling block on your path. They do not pour into you what I have asked others to pour. They are not aligned with the journey I have set before you. They walk in a different direction, and to continue walking with them would be to drift away from me. Do not mistake my mercy for weakness. I do not tell you this out of vengeance or pettiness. I speak to you now with urgency because your spirit is suffocating in silence. You have tried, haven't you? Tried to love them well, to be patient, to forgive, to hope that one day they would see your heart and honor it. I have seen it all. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you whispered late into the night, hoping for change. Every time you blamed yourself for their distance, their coldness, their carelessness. Every time you made excuses for their neglect or their harsh words. Every time you convinced yourself that if you just loved harder, if you were just quieter, smaller, more pleasing, that maybe they would stay, maybe they would be kind, maybe they would become what you needed. But I did not design love to hurt like this. I did not make your heart to be a battleground. I made it to be a temple. You are not imagining the harm. It is real. You feel tired because you are being drained emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You feel small because someone else is trying to diminish the light I placed within you. They speak in tones that dishonor you. They withhold affection or give it only when it serves them. They manipulate subtly, with words that twist like vines around your confidence. They keep you on edge, so you cannot rest in peace. And still you stay out of loyalty or fear or love or hope. But child, you cannot heal where you are being hurt. I want you to understand something holy and unshakable. Your heart belongs to me first. Before any relationship, before any friendship, before any soul tied to yours by time or history, I claimed you. I knit you together in your mother's womb, with dreams and promises in every strand of your DNA. I wrote your days with joy in my spirit, and I will not allow the beauty I formed to be destroyed by someone who does not see you the way I see you. I know what this separation will cost you. I know the ache that will rise in your chest when you let go. I know the silence will feel unbearable at first. I know your mind will reach for them in moments of loneliness, and your memories will betray you, painting a softer version of what was. I know, but I am already in that silence. I will meet you in that empty space. I will fill the ache with my presence. I will steady your heart and rebuild your soul. What you lose in them, you will find in me in a deeper, more eternal way. You do not need their approval. You do not need their love to survive. You do not need their presence to be whole. That lie, the one that tells you that you will be nothing without them, that is not my voice. That is not truth. That is fear. And I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you power and love and a sound mind. You are stronger than you know, and you will rise from this. You will breathe again. You will dance again. You will sleep in peace and wake in freedom. This is not abandonment. This is obedience. When I call you to leave something behind, I do so because there is something greater ahead. I am not asking you to walk away in bitterness, but in love. Love for yourself, love for the life I gave you, and even love for them. By letting them walk their own journey without leaning on yours. Let me handle what you cannot fix. Let me be the one who redeems what was broken. Let me be the one to fight your battles now. This moment right now is holy. You stand on the threshold of healing. You have a choice, my child. You can stay and continue to bleed quietly, or you can rise and walk out with me. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Trust me. I have walked every road before you. I see the path when you cannot. I am not asking you to understand everything today. I am only asking you to trust me enough to take the first step. Release them. Not with anger, but with grace. Release the hope that they will change. Release the image you had in your mind of who they could be. Release the dreams that tied you to them. Lay it all down at my feet. I am not taking something away from you. I am saving you. I am saving the softest parts of your heart. I am restoring your dignity. I am reawakening your calling. You cannot fulfill what I've placed within you while dragging chains behind you. Forgive them. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve to be free. And I will help you. Even now I am sending angels to guard your heart, to wrap you in peace. I am sending my spirit to minister to your soul in ways you don't even have words for. You will not be alone, not even for a moment. Every night you cry, I will be there. Every time you long for comfort, I will answer. I will pour love into you so abundantly that you will wonder how you ever lived without it. Hear me now, my beloved. Listen not only with your ears, but with the depths of your soul. For I, the Lord your God, your Maker and your eternal Shepherd, speak to you with the voice of truth and healing. I come not to condemn you, but to awaken you, to call your spirit out of the confusion, out of the shadows of deception, and into the light of clarity and discernment. You are not alone in this. I have always been near, watching, waiting, gently whispering, even when your heart was too weary to hear. But now I speak plainly. There are people in your life who were never meant to remain. They were never assigned to your purpose. They were never chosen by me to be part of your sacred journey. You must understand this now, my child, with the weight and urgency that the moment requires. There are people whose presence in your life does not bring growth, but corrosion. They do not feed your spirit, they poison it. They do not lift you closer to your calling, they distract you from it. They were not sent by me, though they may appear charming, loyal, or even spiritual. Not all who speak kindly carry pure intentions. Not all who walk beside you are walking in my direction. Discernment, my child, is not suspicion. It is a holy gift I give to protect your heart and preserve your purpose. It is the light I shine upon the path so you may see clearly who builds and who breaks, who pours into your soul and who drains the life from it. You have felt it already. That heaviness when they enter the room, that unease you cannot explain, that loss of peace after conversations that should have been safe, that confusion that clouds your mind long after they leave, that constant second-guessing of yourself. That is not love. That is not what I want for you. Some people do not enter your life to nurture you. They enter to diminish you. Not always by intention, but always by effect. They do not correct in love. They criticize in pride. They do not speak with the voice of encouragement. They echo the lies of fear and failure. They are drawn not to your light to share in it, but to compete with it, to steal from it, to overshadow it. They use your kindness, exploit your loyalty, manipulate your mercy, and twist your compassion into captivity. And still you call it love. You call it history. You call it loyalty. But I call it bondage. I do not ask you to hate them. I ask you to see clearly. I ask you to love them enough to release them, to no longer give them access to the garden of your soul, where they have sown only weeds. You are not called to be a doormat in the name of righteousness. You are not called to carry every soul who refuses to carry themselves. You are not responsible for healing every heart that harms you in return. That is not your burden to bear, that is mine. I am the healer, the redeemer, the one who restores. I never asked you to fix people. I asked you to follow me. There are relationships in your life that may have once had a purpose, but their season is over. Some people were placed on your path as lessons, not as lifelines. Some were meant to be chapters, not the whole book. You cling to them because you fear what will remain if you let go, but what remains is me. I remain. I do not leave when others do. I do not falter when others betray. I do not grow silent when the world grows cold. I am your constant, your keeper, your truest companion. Stop giving your precious energy to those who do not recognize its value. Stop explaining yourself to people who refuse to understand you. Stop trying to prove your worth to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. That is not humility, that is bondage. You are not meant to remain entangled in relationships that strip away your joy and leave you empty. I have called you to life, and life abundantly, not to endless cycles of pain masked as loyalty. You think you are being noble by staying. You think you are doing the right thing. But my child, staying in places where your spirit is suffocating is not noble, it is disobedience. I have called you out. I have whispered in your moments of stillness. I have stirred your spirit in the night. I have removed peace from the connection, not to punish you, but to protect you. I have allowed the discomfort so you would not grow comfortable in what is harmful. I have been speaking not through thunder, but through that sacred discomfort that you keep trying to ignore. Do not confuse familiarity with destiny. Just because you have known someone for years does not mean they are meant to go with you into the years ahead. Just because someone was part of your formation does not mean they belong in your future. Growth demands pruning. And pruning feels like loss, but it leads to fruit. Trust me. I am not taking people from you to punish you. I am removing barriers to make room for those I have chosen to walk with you in love, in truth, and in alignment with your purpose. Some of the people around you carry words that bruise instead of bless. They cloak their intentions in kindness, but their fruit reveals the truth. You must know them by their fruit. Does your spirit rise after speaking with them? Do you feel more hopeful, more alive, more connected to your purpose? Or do you shrink? Do you doubt yourself? Do you feel the sharp edge of their words, even when spoken with a smile? I am showing you who they are, not to make you bitter, but to make you free. Stop defending the ones I have shown you to release. Stop trying to keep ties I am asking you to cut. You say you love them, and I do too. But you are not their savior. You are not their source. You are not their God. I am. And if they are meant to change, they will change, not because you carried them, but because I transformed them. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to guard your heart, to honor the temple I created in you, to walk in truth, and to let go of what no longer aligns with me. There is no elevation without separation. You cannot rise while clinging to what is trying to pull you down. You cannot walk in freedom while dragging chains. You say you want joy, clarity, love, peace, but you continue to make room for the very voices that cancel out those blessings. You continue to justify the presence of people who do not walk in honor. You give excuses for behavior that violates your spirit. You minimize the damage because you fear confrontation. But I am calling you to truth, to courage, to clarity. You were not made to live in confusion. My spirit is not one of torment. You were made to live in power, love, and a sound mind. Anything that continually erodes that soundness, anything that leaves you doubting your worth, questioning your calling, fearing your voice that is not from me, and you are not called to entertain it anymore. Let them go. I will take care of what you release. I will protect what you surrender. I will heal what has been wounded. I will provide what has been lost. There is nothing you give up in my name that I will not restore in greater measure. But you must trust me. You must believe that I know the hidden things. I know what you don't. I see the heart when you see only the face. I see the motives when you hear only the words. I see the endings when you are still stuck in the middle. You keep asking me for peace, for joy, for purpose, and I am ready to give it to you. But first you must make room. Your heart is too full of noise, too full of false obligations, misplaced loyalties, and toxic ties. There is no space for what is holy when what is harmful is still taking up residence. You must do the work of removal. You must clean the garden. You must discern. Not with anger, not with fear, but with holy clarity. My voice will always lead you to peace, even when it is hard, even when it breaks your heart, even when it separates you from what once felt safe. I am not leading you into pain for pain's sake. I am leading you through pain into promise. There are people ahead who will speak life over you. There are people who will honor your heart. People who will walk beside you without needing to dominate or diminish you. There are friendships ahead that will not feel like labor. There is love ahead that will not feel like war. But to find them, you must first let go of the ones who keep you anchored in lesser things. You cannot soar while clinging to stones. You cannot rise while tethered to fear. You cannot grow while being shaded by those who are threatened by your light. My child, your light was meant to shine, not to be dimmed for the comfort of others. not to be hidden to avoid confrontation, not to be adjusted so others feel secure in their insecurity. Shine fully, boldly, freely. And as you do, you will see who recoils and who rejoices. You will see who truly loves you and who only loved your silence. You will see who celebrates your growth and who resents your wings. That is your answer. That is your sign. I have given you the gift of discernment. Use it. Do not be afraid to see the truth, even when it hurts. The truth will not destroy you. It will deliver you. Let this be your moment of clarity. Let this be the hour you choose to honor your soul. Let this be the day you stop sacrificing your peace for people who would not bleed for you the way you've bled for them. Let this be your holy awakening, where you no longer trade your crown for crumbs of attention, where you no longer shrink so others can feel tall. You were made to stand in righteousness, in beauty, in power, in truth. Cut off what degrades you. Bless them, release them. Walk away in grace. And as you do, my wind will lift you. My spirit will lead you. My favor will follow you. And you will see what you thought you needed was only delaying what I always planned to give you. I do not take lightly the pain you've endured. I have collected every tear. I have been near in every silence. But now I call you forward into joy, into freedom, into alignment. You are not here to save those who continually sink you. You are here to rise, to walk in light, to carry out the calling I have placed upon you from the beginning of time. And you cannot fulfill that calling while bound to people I have not assigned to your destiny. Not everyone can go with you. Not everyone should. I will give you peace. I will give you strength. I will surround you with those who see your soul and love it well. But first, my child, let go. Walk away and trust that where I lead you will always be greater than where I pulled you from. I am with you, now and forever. Amen.